Alrighty. We got every single here, every single Jason ranked here. It's every single Jason. They're ranked. I made a PowerPoint. It's official. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. First up, we have Jason from Part 1. He's getting a single star out of 5. First of all, he can't swim. Who doesn't know how to swim? Everybody knows how to swim. That's silly. That's shenanigans that he drowned, because you're silly if that happens. Another reason that he's 1 star is because he's never around. He doesn't come around till the end of the movie. And what's with that? Another reason that he is 1 star is because he's the type of guy that would probably really love to, like, after you go to the bathroom, he hides and pretends to not be there, and then he jumps out and scares you, like we see at the end of the movie. Doesn't respect personal boundaries. That's a 1 star for me, baby. Next up, we got Jason from Part 2, which is 3 stars. He's very dedicated to his mother, which is a very good sign. That's the mark of, like, how you want to treat somebody. They say, you know, if you want to see how he's going to treat you, see how he treats his mom. That's there you go. He's an absolute goof. He gets totally beaten up in this movie. Kind of, you know, a little bit of a lackluster performance there, my guy. But you know, it's okay. You make up it in other departments. He knows how to decorate. You know, that shack that he had? Yeah, he decorated it. It was great. It was fun. You know, he had a nice little centerpiece with his mom's head. Again, showing that dedication to her. That's what you want to see. And then, you know, he also lacks the iconic mask that makes him great. So, you know, that's a little bit of a downside too, but I'd say he gets a solid 3 out of 5 stars for me. All right, so Jason from Part 3 gets 2 stars out of 5. Firstly, because he pretends to be pro-mask. Everybody knows that this is the movie that he gets the mask, but at the same time, he doesn't wear it for like 2/3 of the movie. So he's pretending to be pro-mask, but then he goes out in public behind your back and will say like, oh, I just forgot it, and will walk into a store anyways. You also have the fact that he has really poor posture, which makes him look like an absolute goof when he's walking around in this movie. And then also he takes a fat nap in the middle of the climax. Like, yeah, I get that you got an axe through your head, but at the same time, you got to make sure that you're there to, you know, make sure that your partner gets a satisfying time too. I was unsatisfied watching it. Part 4 has a Jason that I'd say is like worth 3 stars out of 5. Tom Savini did the makeup, so like, you know, making him look pretty there. You know, he looks a little bit more decomposed here than when, you know, he dies. He eventually goes on. He looks really decomposed there, but it's weird. Just he looks like he's already dead in that picture up here. He looks already dead. And then you know, he's got these like weird like little Dumbo ears. They kind of look almost like they're elf ears. So that's what's with that. And then finally, you know, they kept the axe slash in his mask this time around. So hey, good job on starting that continuity there, Mr. Savini. In Part 5, we had again those like weird like ears that look like they're like you can see up there. They look like they're elf ears. What? Why? No, Jason's not an elf. And then also you got like blue accents on the mask instead of the red ones. Okay, all right. I guess we had some continuity going there, but guess not. And then also somehow he's really strong. I don't get that. So this one's getting a Roy out of 5 for me. He's back. He's better than ever. Part 6 Jason. Yeah, Part 6 Jason. I'd say he's got 4 stars. Like Kanye, he can hold his liquor, and he's back out of his coma. You know, he's an absolute unit in this one. He has cake for days. He's got that tool belt that allows him to be like a commando. It's bad, my dude. He takes the Elkies from Tommy Jarvis, and he wears them throughout the movies because he understands that fire safety is important. He lacks a face in this one. Like, look, there's no face there. There's no face there. He has a face in Part 7, but in this one, it's gone, baby. It's gone. And then finally, you know, he spares all the kids in the camp, so, you know, he's good with kids. For all these reasons, I think he gets a 4 out of 5. And it just like keeps getting better with Part 7. You can see that the continuity up in that picture up there, once again, The continuity is excellent because it keeps all the damage from the previous movies. He takes a lot of damage in this one, like part 2, but he no-sells it like he's the Undertaker. So that makes him a boss in my mind. He's also Kane Hodder in this one, or Kane Hodder is him. They are one and the same, and that's a big plus. The decomposition makes him look really cool, and then he kind of looks a little smelly. He looks a little smelly, which means that he's gonna lose half a point on that one. He would be a 5, but I mean he's a 4.5, which is, hey, that's a really great one. That's a really good one. 4.5 out of 5. Look at this coward. Look at this Muppet that was left in the dryer for too long. That's silly. He looks awful without a mask in this one. And that alone should already be 1-star worthy. But he's also 1-star because for some reason he has really like gray skin in this one. I know he's been underwater for a long time, but like it looks really weird on him. I'm personally not a fan of it. He has his sleeves rolled up so you can see his forearms the whole time, which, you know, would be cool if he had like a little forearm tat, but because he doesn't, it just kind of looks weird and like he's trying to be a lumberjack when he's not. He also turns into a little boy at the end. He becomes a little boy for no reason because of the toxic waste in New York City. Why does that happen? I don't like it. And then also the makeup for when he's a kid in that movie. I should probably have had a picture up there too. But the makeup looks awful. It's awful. It's disgusting. I hate it. Hate this movie. Hate this version of Jason. Jason Goes to Hell is a weird one because like the design is pretty interesting, but at the same time it like came out of nowhere, and I don't really get it. I don't know why he suddenly is like all like looking like he's riddled with like you know, different lumps on him, and he has the mask embedded in his face, but it's there, and it's there to stay. If you ever wanted to know what Jason looks like naked, that's up there. Too hot for TV, if you ask me. You also, he probably doesn't smell, but I imagine that he probably oozed some pus onto you, which is really nasty. I don't like it. I almost would rather him be smelly than that, because I don't want no ooze on me. I don't want the secret of the ooze. I don't want to learn that. We also, you know, yeah, that's right. He barely spends any of the movie in this form. So screw that. What the fuck is that? People gripe on, I know I say this all the time, but people gripe on part 5 for not actually being Jason. This one barely has Jason, while that one at least passes for Jason. Oh yeah, he has beef with a bunch of ground arms for some reason. Like when he gets stabbed with the sword, they reach up and they pull him into the ground. Who are they? Why are they stabbing him? Where is all this lore for the Voorhees family coming from? I don't know, but I really don't like it. And then finally, he should probably go to a doctor. A doctor should probably consult him on that. He's looking unwell. I'm worried about his health. Please, my friend Jason, go get that checked out. So again, he like Jason X, like when he's in his human form, he's got a bunch of like hair for some reason, and like I don't know why. Looks really stupid and looks really goofy on him. Sometimes he has eyes, and sometimes it does. Sometimes he doesn't. I don't. Why is that a thing? He has a bunch of fingerless gloves, like he's a Tim Burton character, or somebody that's like a little bigger in Cockney England, and he's like, "Oh, please, sir, may I have some more?" But he's Jason Voorhees. I don't get why he has fingerless gloves, because they look silly, and I don't like them. The mask looks a little weird. I like his shirt though. Hey, you know, I like. What am I doing? And of course, what list of rated Jasons would be complete without Uber Jason? Because for some reason people really like this one, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of middle of the road for me. I gave it 3 stars out of 5. He's got kind of like a Stitch patchwork thing going together for him, He has like a robotic six-pack. He lost the hair, which is a step in the right direction because Jason with hair kind of looks a little weird. Especially a full head of hair like he did earlier in the movie. That was weird. He has like really red devil's eyes for some reason. And I don't know. Usually I like to give all my Uber drivers 5 stars just because, but this Uber Jason, I don't feel comfortable giving him a full 5 stars. So I'm going to give him 3 because I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But you know, otherwise I imagine somebody else would probably report him. When I picture Jason in my head, it's the version of Jason from Fred Boy and Chum Chum's Grand Adventure with Jason. It's a classic look. He's got the jacket. He's got little wisps of hair, which is, you know, could be a little bit, you know, but like, you know, I don't mind it too much. It's not bad. The hockey mask is like perfectly weathered, and he looks like he kicks all sorts of butts in this. You know, it's almost as perfect as they come. But you know, I'm still going to give it 4.5 out of 5 here. And then last but certainly not least, we have 2009 reboot Jason here. He's been hitting the gym a little bit more, doing some more cardio. So he's moving a little bit quicker in this movie. He's been hitting the books a little bit more, which means that he's been able to, you know, think outside the box a little bit more, use that brain of his a little bit more. He's not the small brain Jason like he was in 10, when they were like, oh, how could he operate with such a small brain? Fuck you, shut up. Kind of looks like an old man though, which is kind of weird. And then his mask and jacket are kind of alright though. He's 4 out of 5, but you know, I feel kind of bad that there wasn't a 5-star Jason. But there's not a 5-star Jason because there's a 100-star Jason. That's my tattoo, and you know, I think you know, experts and scientists and experts agree that this is the best that Jason's ever looked. It's 100 out of 5, and that's not even my opinion. That's just a fact. I've had specialists come in and rate it, and they all say, yes, Mr. Brian, this is indeed a 100 out of 5 tattoo, or 100 out of 5 Jason. Canonically, you are the best. So we will be creating an entry for you in the Friday the 13th wiki. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this ranking. Again, it's fact and canon, so I better not see any comments saying otherwise. I'll fight you.